The 45 nanometers processor market is becoming extremely competitive, with the two major players Intel and AMD throwing challenges at each other. The AMD India Design Center played quite an important role in its recent launch of the Shanghai processor. IT Examiner caught up with AMD India Silicon Design Head Karthik Muthuswamy in his India Design Center based in Bangalore.
Our India Design Center was started end of 2004 with a handful of employees. Since then, we've grown to over 200 plus, and then we've contributed significantly to a lot of the products that came from AMD. Two of the significant products that are out there in the marketplace are Deerhound, or we call it as Barcelona, and Shanghai. And the Shanghai is our latest release, which is our first 45 nanometer quad-core silver microprocessor, and that was done with jointly between various design sites in India, and with India leading the design teams. As far as Hyderabad is concerned, from Hyderabad, they've been involved in a wide variety of graphics products, and they've been adding significant value to AMD's roadmap. So the biggest challenges has been the way our AMD design methodology today is that, the associate design, what we call it, which includes a lot of the IPs that come from different products. So we have IPs that come from different design centers, and then we integrated them all at one site, and then India actually integrated all of those IPs that came from the different sites.
Are there enough engineers in India, or are there still some areas where they need to think about?
So there are a couple of areas that I would say, there are a lot of engineers, a lot of good engineers that come out of Indian universities today, and there's a lot, you can see that in our design team, we have hired a lot of good folks from the Indian universities. So we need to have our engineers come out ready to participate in the industry immediately. And that's one thing that I find is the difference between the US education system and India education system. Let me show you one of our performance labs that we have, that we build, that we use in testing our products. So this performance lab, what we do here is we do the performance evaluation of the products that we come out with. So we take our products, and then when they come back, we put it onto systems and then measure their performance against our expectations. And that way they provide a feedback mechanism to our designers to make sure that if there is any disconnect on the expected performance of what is actually delivered, they can continue to improve the performance of the processors. Let's show a couple of things that we have here. And one of the ones here is, as you can see, this one we test our gaming benchmark performance against our expectations. And the one over there is testing our graphics rendering performance. And these are a couple of benchmarks that we run here to test our products.
So on the Shanghai front, you say that it's a very unique product in the market that has come up, and regarding its the USP, the unique sales proposition.
So one of the few things that are unique to the Shanghai microprocessor is first is the improved virtualization performance. The next one I would say is the improved energy efficiency. It can save up to 35% in some specific applications. And the third one I would say is on the increased performance. We have increased our cache from 2 MB, actually we've doubled our cache from 4 MB to 8 MB. That produces increased performance. In addition, soon we'll be coming out with an HT3 version that's going to give you added performance even on through the directed architecture with increased bandwidth.
Okay, now it has come up quite well in India, designing. So what are the future projects you have, or what are the future plans of this particular design center?
Our design teams, the team on the contribution level and what kind of products they've been working on has been steadily increasing since the inception in 2004. And AMD values this design center and continues to invest significantly in the design centers in Bangalore and Hyderabad.
So are you also looking to shrink the Shanghai to further extent?
As we go through the natural process migrations, there will be products that come up that will be coming out with decreased process technology.
in difficult times? How do you cope up with each other, and then what? Because it's really a big responsibility on the Indian Design Center. So
Right.
what do you?
So the culture that we follow at Bangalore AMD India is a very open culture, and that's one thing. People have any questions they want to ask to anybody, they can go up to. There's no, they can go up to anybody, this company, and they can ask the questions they would like. In addition to that, when they are so stressed, when they're so focused on work, and they would like to take their mind off the work for a while, so that they can come back refreshed, so that they can focus back on focus back on their work. We have few things for them to relax. Things like we have yoga classes, and then we have table tennis games, and then we have foosball, so people to relax.
It was a pleasure talking to you, Mr. Karthik.
We then moved on to the AMD India Engineering Center on Richmond Road in Bangalore. The General Manager of the India Engineering Center, Hiremath, threw light on the activities of this center and the roles it plays in supporting AMD globally.
There are twofold efforts. One is working on providing the solutions for the design, silicon design or the processor design that's happening in India. And the other side is contributing to the global efforts of AMD on the processor side. Our focus is on microprocessors. When we started a little more than 4 years ago, we started as a small team. And since then, in the past 4 years, as we have done more and more, we have grown many folds from there. Starting from the 2005 time frame, we have been contributing to all of the roadmap processors that have been on the roadmap, because we play at a global, we contribute to the global R&D efforts. All the major processors that have been released from AMD's perspective, we have contributed to them. And outside of North America, India, and there is also presence in China. The usual challenges which have gone away over time, the time zone challenges. So there were some domain related things that we had to get used to, and once the critical mass formed, we were good. So we have worked through them.
On the engineering front, on the software front, where do you place India?
On the work that we do, most of the talent pool, most of the work that talent pool or the skill set that we do need is available. I would rank them pretty high.
We then explored the business front of AMD and current marketing trends. The General Manager of AMD India's Marketing and Strategy, Dipanshu Sharma, contributed his insights on AMD's business aspects like channels, market shares, and yes, the competition.
I think we've got great relationships with the channel partners, and the success that we have seen in this market is largely due to very committed channel partners. So our focus right now is to make sure that we are able to expand that base, both geographically and within the major markets, to go deeper within those markets.
On the competition front, what's AMD's position right now? Where do you see AMD stands right now with the release of Shanghai?
Sure. Well, on an overall basis, AMD is the second largest player in the x86 market, and we've got a worthy competitor. So our intent is always to make sure that we are able to bring out the best of class products and reach the message out to our customers. And hence, whatever is the market share at any given point of time, our intent is always to increase that. We're able to address the needs of every kind of customer, whether they are at office, at home, or they want to use it for their entertainment needs. I guess in the x86 world, there used to be a large number of players and very successful players at some point of time. But over a period of time, there has been a consolidation in the market. I wouldn't call it a shakeout. The consolidation seems to have been in this direction of having two very strong competitors who are able to keep each other at their toes and keep pushing the limits of technology.
It was really an interesting day with the AMD India bosses throwing light on its technology and business fronts out here in the Bangalore centers.